me ask you a question. How many of you have ever felt like giving up? Like no matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort you put in, success just seems out of reach. I get it. It's frustrating, it's exhausting. It makes you wonder, is all this hard work even worth it? But let me tell you something. Yes, it is. Because the truth is, success doesn't come to those who wish for it. It comes to those who work for it. It comes to those who push forward even when everything seems to be against them. It comes to those who refuse to quit no matter how many times they get knocked down. And no one embodies this more than Jack Ma, the man who was rejected over and over, laughed at, underestimated, and told he wasn't good enough. But did he stop? No, he worked, he learned, he kept going, and today he's one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. So today I want to remind you, your struggles are not the end of your story, they are just the beginning. If you stay committed, if you stay focused, if you put in the work, your breakthrough will come. Your hard work will pay off one day. Now let's talk about how. Every great success starts in the mind before it ever becomes a reality. The most successful people in the world saw their future clearly long before anyone else did. They had a vision so powerful that it pulled them forward even when the world told them it was impossible. Without a vision, hard work has no direction. You can work day and night, but if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up running in circles. Jack Ma had a vision when no one else believed in him. When China had little to no internet presence, he saw an opportunity to build an online marketplace that would connect businesses globally. He wasn't a tech genius, he wasn't born into wealth, but he had a clear picture of what Alibaba could become, and that vision kept him moving forward. Your vision is the blueprint for your future, and without it, hard work can feel meaningless. Most people give up not because they're incapable, but because they don't see where they're headed. They work hard for a few months, don't see results, and then quit. But those who have a clear vision don't stop when they hit roadblocks. They don't question whether it's possible. They just keep working until they figure it out. A powerful vision creates resilience, and resilience is what separates winners from quitters. Think about the greatest achievements in history. Every invention, every company, every breakthrough started with an idea, a thought, a vision. The Wright brothers saw flight before it existed. Steve Jobs saw a world where technology was personal and accessible. Jack Ma saw a future where China was a global e-commerce powerhouse. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for proof. They started with belief, and their work made that belief real. Your vision must be bigger than your doubts. It has to be something that excites you, something that makes the pain of hard work worth it. If your goal is just to make money or impress others, you'll quit the moment things get tough. But if your vision is something that truly matters to you, something that wakes you up in the morning with purpose, you'll find the energy to keep going. Success is not about luck or talent. It's about having a vision so clear that nothing can shake you. People will doubt you, you will doubt yourself. But if you keep that vision strong, if you remind yourself daily why you started, you'll find a way to make it happen. Most people fear failure as if it's the end of the road, but failure is not the enemy, quitting is. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. The difference is they didn't let failure define them. They used it as a stepping stone to get better, smarter, and stronger. Jack Ma applied for 30 jobs and got rejected every single time. He even applied for a job at KFC. 24 people applied, 23 got hired. He was the only one rejected. Harvard rejected him 10 times. But instead of letting those failures break him, He used them as fuel. He understood that failure wasn't a signal to stop, it was a lesson on how to improve. The reason most people don't succeed is that they take failure personally. They think it means they're not good enough, that they're not meant for success. But failure is not a sign to quit. It's feedback. It's the world telling you what doesn't work so you can find what does. If you're failing, congratulations. It means you're trying. It means you're in the game. Look at any great entrepreneur, athlete, or leader, and you'll see a history of failures. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Oprah was fired from her first TV job. The difference between them and the people who never made it, they didn't stop. They kept going. The truth is, success and failure are not opposites. They are partners. You can't have one without the other. Every mistake, every rejection, every setback is simply a step on the road to greatness. The faster you embrace failure, the faster you'll grow. So the next time you fail, don't shrink back, don't complain, don't quit. Look at it for what it is, a lesson, a test, a chance to get better. The ones who win in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail, learn, and keep going. The world doesn't reward potential, it rewards action. Too many people have big dreams but put in small effort. They want success, but they don't want to pay the price. The truth is, if you want to stand out, if you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to work harder than everyone else. Hard work is not a guarantee of success, but it is the price of admission. You can have all the talent in the world, but without effort, it means nothing. There are millions of talented people who never achieve greatness because they refuse to outwork the competition. On the other hand, there are countless stories of average people who became extraordinary simply because they refused to quit. Jack Ma wasn't the smartest in his class. He struggled in school, but what he lacked in intelligence, he made up for with relentless effort. He studied, learned, and worked harder than everyone else. He understood that consistency beats intensity. It's not about working hard once in a while, it's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Success doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're not in the mood, or if you don't feel motivated. Winners don't wait for motivation. They build habits. They create routines that force them to take action whether they feel like it or not. The most dangerous thing you can do is wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. There is no magical moment when everything aligns. The only way to make progress is to take massive, consistent action. Show up, do the work, keep going even when it's hard. If you truly want success, ask yourself, are you working like your life depends on it? Are you giving everything you've got? Because if you're not, someone else is. And when the opportunity comes, the person who put in the work will be ready. Will you? Would you like me to continue expanding the remaining keynotes? The moment you decide to chase something big, something meaningful, the critics will show up. It's almost like a universal law. The second you step out of your comfort zone, people will start doubting you. They'll tell you it's impossible. They'll laugh at your dreams. They'll try to pull you back to their level. Jack Ma faced this every step of the way. When he first pitched the idea of Alibaba, almost everyone thought he was crazy. They told him China wasn't ready for e-commerce. They said no one would trust buying things online. Even his friends and family doubted him. But he didn't waste time arguing. He didn't try to convince them. He simply proved them wrong. The truth is, most criticism comes from people who are too afraid to chase their own dreams. When they see you working hard, when they see you trying to break free from mediocrity, it makes them, instead of rising to your level, they'll try to bring you down. They'll say, why are you working so hard? Just take it easy. But you cannot let their words dictate your actions. The greatest leaders, the greatest innovators, the greatest success stories all have one thing in common. They stopped caring what people thought. They focused on their mission. They used criticism as fuel instead of letting it hold them back. Because here's the truth. People will doubt you until they can't ignore you. Your job is not to please everyone. Your job is to do the work. Your job is to stay focused, stay committed, and stay relentless. Because the same people who criticize you today will be the ones calling you lucky when you succeed. So the next time someone doubts you, smile, let them talk, then go back to work. Because while they're talking, you're building. While they're doubting, you're growing. And one day, while they're watching, you'll be winning. Too many people are waiting for the right time to start. They tell themselves they'll take action when they feel ready, when they have more money, when they get the perfect opportunity. But waiting is just another form of procrastination. If you keep waiting for the stars to align, you'll wait forever. Jack Ma didn't wait for perfect conditions. He started Alibaba in his apartment with no funding, no resources, and no outside support. He didn't wait for a sign from the universe. He just started. Because he knew the truth. The perfect moment doesn't exist. You don't need to be ready, you just need to begin. But starting is only half the battle. The real challenge is staying in the game long enough to win. Success doesn't come in a straight line, it comes in waves, with highs and lows, wins and losses. Most people quit during the lows. They think if it was meant to be, it wouldn't be this hard. But that's a lie. The struggle is part of the process. Look at any major success story and you'll see years, sometimes decades, of persistence. Apple took 20 years to become a billion-dollar company. Amazon didn't make a profit for almost a decade. Jack Ma faced failure after failure before Alibaba took off. They didn't get there because of luck or timing alone. They got there because they refused to give up. If you want something big, something meaningful, you have to commit for the long haul. You have to be willing to do the work for years, even when there's no immediate reward. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a year, but underestimate what they can achieve in 10. Success is about showing up every day, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when you don't feel like it, because eventually the opportunity will come. And when it does, only those who stayed persistent will be ready to take it. The most successful people in the world didn't just focus on making money, they focused on solving problems, they built something valuable, they helped others, and because they provided value, success followed naturally. Jack Ma didn't start Alibaba just to get rich. He saw a need. Small businesses in China had no way to compete globally, so he built a platform that allowed them to sell their products to the world. He focused on serving others first, and as a result, Alibaba became a billion-dollar empire. Most people make the mistake of chasing money instead of chasing impact. They ask, how can I make more money, instead of asking, how can I provide more value? But money is just a byproduct of the value you create. The more people you help, the more success you attract. Think about the most powerful businesses today, Amazon, Tesla, Apple. They don't just sell products, they solve problems. Amazon makes shopping easier. Tesla is revolutionizing transportation. Apple changed the way we communicate. They focused on impact first and wealth followed. If you want to build something great, stop thinking about what you can take and start thinking about what you can give. The most successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and visionaries are the ones who serve others. They solve problems, they create opportunities, they lift people up. So whatever you're working on, ask yourself, how am I helping others? How am I making life easier, better, or more efficient for people? Because the more people you help, the more success will come back to you. Let me remind you of something. Nothing worth having comes easy. Every successful person you admire, every empire you see, every breakthrough that changed the world, it all started with struggle, with rejection, with relentless effort that nobody saw. Jack Ma wasn't special. He didn't have an easy path. He faced rejection, failure, and doubt at every turn. But what made him different? He refused to quit. He kept working when everyone told him it was impossible. He stayed in the game long enough to win. And now it's your turn. Your hard work, your late nights, your sacrifices, they are not in vain. You may not see the results today, but every step you take is bringing you closer. Every rejection is making you stronger. Every failure is teaching you something new. Success doesn't belong to the smartest. It doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the ones who refuse to stop, the ones who outwork everyone, the ones who show up every single day, no matter what. So now I ask you, will you keep going when it gets hard? Will you push forward when no one believes in you? Will you bet on yourself even when the world tells you to quit? Because if you do, one day, when you least expect it, your moment will come. Your hard work will pay off. And when it does, you'll look back at every struggle, every setback, every long night and realize it was all worth it.